Okay, so hello, I'm Brett,
And I'm Jason.
and we are Rolling Blades, which is a video podcast. I think that's the term.
Yes,
That we're starting up.
it's more of like game sessions.
Yeah, game sessions. That's basically what we're going to be doing here. We're going to be sitting, playing through some games, and hopefully you'll enjoy watching us do them and learn some useful things along the way.
And
So, do you want to start off with sort of what games that you've been playing at the minute?
I have been playing on MMOs, which Brett has introduced me to, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, started off with Star Wars.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we moved to Star Trek, which was fantastic for its exploration.
Yeah, the space combat on it is
It's better than most
yeah.
games.
better than the Star Wars one with a rail shooter at least.
And we've moved on to Elder Scrolls for our online in campaigns, is it? We've been moving through the MMOs quite frequently.
Yeah, we've gone through quite a few in the last couple of months. We've gone through, well, the ones you've just mentioned. I've done Champions Online as well. I've gone through Lord of the Rings. Oh God, there was another one that I can't remember, but I've gone through quite a few at least in the last few months trying to settle on one.
Yes, you have. But along with those lines, though, we have been playing a few multiplayer games with guns like Warframe and Payday 2.
Yeah, and Daisy as well. That's been another one which is multiplayer in a sense, but
That's
multiplayer normally you kill everybody and hide away from them.
But that's also more of a survival though, because those zombies are very nasty with their bite.
Well, they can be. I think we will do a video on it at some point, but we've managed to find a way where you can basically just beat them to death.
Yeah.
Without really suffering very much. It made them a lot less scary the other night when we figured that one out.
Yeah, especially when we were spawning near each other. That was
Yeah.
lucky on that part.
Yeah, we've gotten quite lucky with some respawns, but I think we will have to do a video on that at some point.
Yeah. But as the term Rolling Blazers, we're more of a fantasy type people,
Yeah.
and we enjoy role playing.
Yeah, we do a lot of role playing, especially in MMOs, which is something we're going to definitely be looking at, sort of showing in these videos, aren't we?
Yeah, we're showing you, hoping that you'll interact with your character more in the game end.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully, if you want, maybe join us if you like.
Yeah, definitely. We want to use these videos as a way to sort of set up a community for role players to get together and advertise role playing in MMOs. So if anybody knows of any decent role play guilds on any game, really, be sure to make sure you comment and get talking, basically.
Yeah.
So it's something that I don't know about you, but I notice it's a lot more in the background.
It is in the background. It's not the most highlighted thing, but when you get into the end part of MMO, when you're maxed level and you basically did everything,
Yeah.
role playing brings on a new aspect because it's the own players making a new game within the game.
Yeah, like as we've sort of talked about before in the past, where it's basically you've got any story that you can come up with, and people do come up with some really good stuff for role playing. Like I've been in ones from Star Wars when I was an apprentice still in a guild, and just going through lessons and having to deal with things like that is something that they can't incorporate into a game properly, but it's actually great fun, I think.
Yes, they work great fun along, and especially with the people that interact with them, because you do get people who are fantastic at role playing and make it entertaining.
Yeah.
That you don't even need to move around in your character; you just need to look at the chat.
Yeah.
And there's a lot that goes on.
Yeah, it's just sitting down, and a lot of it can just be sometimes just hanging out with friends, basically.
Yep.
It's good fun.
And well, like any with gamers, we tend to become friends with people, and I believe that was my phone.
Was it?
Yeah.
First ping?
Yeah, that ping, that was my phone.
Oh, I don't know if anybody heard that, but...
Yeah, I think my phone just said it's charged.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Right, anyway, we'll carry on. So, other than that, sort of what games have we played in the past? I mean, we've talked a bit about MMOs, which is obviously what we're going to be focusing on in this. We've both done Minecraft. I hate to think how many hours we've probably done on that.
A good solid month.
Yeah. We've done a lot of things, the usual sort of thing, trying to build like a Mines of Moria type thing. We've done that in a multiplayer server before, and Didn't get very far, but
Yeah, I've been in on the sidelines to that project. I've been doing hardcore single players where I've been trying to roleplay my person out and write up a little story, though he keeps on dying due to sudden surprises of creepers.
yeah, I've played it a few times. I admittedly, I normally play it on peaceful because I don't like creepers and all that sort of stuff blowing my shit up, basically. So, one thing I do play a lot of, which I know you don't anymore as such, is strategy games. So, Crusader Kings 2, Europa 3 and 4.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I haven't gone off them, but I've been more on the mood swing of what I want to be playing.
Yeah.
Strategy games are fantastic in what they've done, especially for the creators of Europa and Crusader Kings.
Paradox are a brilliant company. If anybody who sees this, you haven't checked them out, I strongly recommend you do. If you like any type of strategy games, their games are amazing. The depth, they're quite interesting because they're very similar along the lines of the Total War games, but they don't have the resources to compete with Total War in terms of graphics. So they don't even bother. They go in for how in-depth. They make it a lot more in-depth with diplomacy and things like that, which I think really makes for a better game.
Yeah,
And one thing I am quite proud of that I can say is I've actually managed to take a dynasty from Crusader Kings from the Old Gods start era, which is in the 800 ADs, all the way through to the end of Europa 4. So that's about 1,000 years of human history I managed to lead England for, which if anybody's played those two games will have some idea of how long that takes.
yes, that was a very long period.
Yeah, I think I managed to do it in about, I think it was about 2 weeks or something, wasn't it? Of just constantly gaming like 10 hours a day.
I think the word is blitzing, the best way you could describe it, but even through blitzing it was about 10 hours minimum per day, I think.
About 5 days a week doing that, just to try and get through it. Thank God for holidays, or else I'd have never gotten through that.
Yes, lucky enough there was holidays, otherwise there'd be moments where I wouldn't even see you. You'd be just gone.
Yeah, just gone sat doing that at any hour of the day that I possibly could. But anyway, yes, so we'll keep going. So we're going to start this line of videos with Elder Scrolls Online.
Yep. We'll be showing the character creation to the tutorial.
Yeah, that's roughly going to be what our next video is going to be about. We're going to do sort of a let's play to get up to a higher level, and then we're going to take it on to looking at setting up and running a roleplay guild.
Yes.
Because the things we've both got experience with, we both ran roleplay guilds before in the past.
Yep.
And it's quite difficult to do sometimes, so...
Yes. It all depends on numbers and people, because smaller guilds, the people are more structured together and could build from there, but you do get some people that go into a guild to destroy a guild.
Yeah.
They've just got that attitude. So it's the pros and cons of it, but we'll show you the basics of how to do it.
Of how to set up a guild, and hopefully we'll be able to get some of you involved with it. I think that's about all of it we wanted to talk about for this one, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. Well, hopefully you've enjoyed this. It's not been too long and boring. And come and check us out in our next video.
Yep. We'll see you then.